welcome back, listeners, to the BizBlend podcast, the show where heart meets hustle and business blends with bold, authentic, true, raw transformation. I'm your host, Sana, and today we are diving into a topic that stretches far beyond the spreadsheets, the strategy, the slides, and stuff. We are exploring the quantum leap, literally. Now, introducing my incredible guest to all of you listeners, Asara Lovejoy, an internationally recognized thought leader, author, and creator of the One Command Six Steps process to Theta. Now, with a unique blend of neuroscience and transformational practice, Asara has helped CEOs, entrepreneurs, and creatives unlock their highest potential and also eradicate limiting beliefs. Now, if you have ever felt, or if you are feeling right now that success is kind of out of reach for me, or something within you is ready to shift, you are open to embrace change, this conversation might just help you with changing your energetic trajectory. So, with that, Asara, welcome to the show, and it is really an honor to have you with us.
Oh, thank you so much, Sana. I'm looking forward to sharing our conversation with our audience.
Absolutely. And the most interesting part here is we talk about mindset, we talk about motivation, we talk about strategies, profits, and purpose stuff. But you are blending neuroscience here. You are blending quantum stuff here. So my first question to you is what exactly is the one command six-step process, Sarah, and how does it work with the brain's theta state to initiate any change?
Thank you for the question. I'd just like to start with kind of an overview, and I will explain the six-step process, but I'd like to start with an overview to kind of get tuned in to what quantum consciousness is. And we often are in our businesses and we are making decisions and we're running our operations and we're expanding our businesses, wanting more sales or wanting to expand our reach to other as many people as possible. And we do it through hard beta, our logical thinking mind process. And our whole brain and our whole system of who we are as a person can be likened to a quantum computer. So, in a quantum computer, if you only read your email every day, you're missing out on all of the abilities that the quantum computer of your brain provides for you. So, first of all, there is a question as to why would this be valuable? Why would this be important to you? And the answer is that it's valuable and important because you already are hardwired mentally, physically in your body, neurologically, biologically, to access a greater intelligence that's inherent within you. And by doing so, you can just surpass your performance in all areas of your business and in all areas of your thinking and all areas of your life. So what is this pathway to the access? What's the keyboard? How can we tap in, type in to this quantum consciousness to get the results that we're after? And I made a simplified version of typing in the code to get to that intelligence. So we're talking about different brainwave frequencies and beta mind for maybe people don't know, what the brainwave frequencies are called. But beta is called logical thinking. And it is the highest frequency. It resonates at a fast speed. Then you go into alpha, which more people have heard about, and that one is a relaxed state. And theta is a creative subconscious state that we reach only through rapid eye movement, deep level sleep. However, the six-step process and the one command is designed to, while you're consciously awake, go into the REM sleep and command that your brain do what you tell it to do. So, for example, if you're struggling, I've had people that, I have clients that are multimillionaires and even billionaires and everyday folks that are just starting their business at every level of performance in a business. So, let's imagine that you're having to make a business decision. Should you close down your business or sell your business? Should you create hire new general manager? Should you increase your marketing? What is the answer to the solution that you're looking for in running your business more effectively? So you try to figure it out logically. When you go into Theta, you access the theta brainwave and you command, I don't know how the solutions to increasing my business in the way that you're wanting to focus. I don't know how I increase my business through marketing.
Mhm.
I only know I increase my business through marketing now and I'm fulfilled. So when you make that statement while you're in theta, you're shifting your brain to say, that is now a reality in my thinking. That in you, you can't do this is not the law of attraction. This isn't the law of creation. You're literally creating a new thought in your own brain. And when you do, the subconscious mind goes to work making it happen. And what happens is synchronicity. It's like magic. Once you shift your brain into a new idea, that synchronicity is resonating with people that are just there waiting to serve you. So let me give you an example. One um, author was wanting to find a literary agent, for example, and everybody said, "Oh, you can't get a literary agent. That's just impossible. People just don't say yes to authors anymore." So we went in and made the one command. Well, while we were in Theta, we went through the 6 steps and commanded in Theta. I don't know how I get the right literary agent. I only know I do now and I'm fulfilled. 2 days later, a friend that she was talking to said, "Oh, I know a literary agent. Let me connect you." Right?
Mm.
Synchronicity, right?
Yes.
So the power of the quantum consciousness, of thinking in the quantum field, is that you're bypassing the beta logical mind. The beta logical mind has a function, and the function is to organize, make lists, compare and contrast, and judge. So the beta mind is the part of the mind that says, well, I can do this. No, I can't do this. I should do this. No, I shouldn't do this. Oh, it's possible. No, it's not possible. Gee, my mom told me.
Oh,
Right? Are you familiar with that, Sana?
oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I am. I'll be very honest. I'm a huge overthinker. I have been a huge overthinker. Sometimes I'll think, okay, what will they feel if I do this? What if I don't get that? What if this doesn't happen? What if I lose everything? Stuff like that.
Yes. So that's just like everybody else in the population, everybody else in the world goes through exactly that same scenario to some degree.
Mhm.
Some more stronger than others. So what we're talking about is bypassing in your quantum consciousness, that part of the brain that's designed to organize, but it is not designed to be inspirational. It's not designed to trust. It's not designed to um, seek new ideas and new possibilities. And it just doesn't have the capacity to bring in answers. But that part of our consciousness, the theta brainwave, is designed. It's the artist in us. It's the scientist in us. It's the motivator and creator in us. It's the part of us that is able to find a solution to any question. So, for example, when Einstein woke up in the morning with E equals mc square,
Mhm.
He had that answer in his dream. He had been working on the problem, but the answer came in his dream. So our theta state is our dream state. It's the part of the brain that processes our experience for the day and also makes decisions about what we'll accept. And it also is the part of the brain that has new inspirational ideas that, everything we ever created in life, everything that's a physical object in life came through a thought, came through somebody's idea of it first. And then it was brought into physical form. So we understand that about physical reality, but we
Mm.
don't understand that about our thought field and how our own internal subconscious mind is doing exactly the same thing, that our thoughts are creating a
Mhm.
physical experience in our outside reality, right? People don't think about it like that, do they? I mean, maybe you do. I don't know.
No, no, no. I don't think so.
What's your answer to that?
Um, I mean, yeah, I don't think so. People don't do that. I mean, it again depends on situation to situation.
Okay, that's what most people say.
Mhm.
And the answer, the truth is that in our internal thinking, we create the resonance and vibration of bringing the thought into form. And when we bring the thought into form, we have an experience. So our thinking, we can never outperform our thinking in our business. So if our business isn't thriving in the way and direction that we want it to, then
Mhm.
what needs to change is our thinking. And we try to solve the problem by doing a lot of outside physical manipulation. But
Yeah.
that's not the answer. The answer is to change our idea of what's possible. So let's go to the 6 steps. So
Mhm.
in the 6 steps, basically you ground a line in your heart and then you roll your eyes up underneath your closed eyelids. And
Mhm.
this is the process that connects you from your waking beta mind consciousness to theta mind. And
Mhm.
then there's a visualization for going up out into the quantum field. So now I would just, and then you make a command. So basically, you're in the same state in theta as when you're sleeping. And your brain makes choices when you're sleeping about what it'll accept. So when you're in theta state, it accepts everything, which means that instantly, your brain creates new neurotransmitters, new neurons and axons to process the statement, the command that you made.
Yep.
I know, it sounds like magic, doesn't it?
It is. It is. Yeah,
It
but
does.
yeah, because it itself it's like when we see those wires and those connections. And I am right now picturing a data center there, that all those information and bytes of information going out there, and then those chips and everything, they're processing all the information and then giving the desired output that we want, or the command giver wants, something like that. So it is magic in a way.
Yeah, right, exactly, because now this is where quantum science actually supports what I'm talking about. Because in quantum science, we talk about consciousness operating at the quantum level as either a wave, which is an open potential. That means like there's all an infinite number of choices. There's an infinite number of ideas. There's an infinite number of solutions.
Mhm.
And at the same time, when we make a choice, when we choose, so I say, let's imagine there's a football field, and on the football field, it's covered with bouncing footballs. And it just keeps bouncing up and down all of these footballs. That would be the wave. That's the open potential. That's anything you want to choose exists. Now, let's say you pick one football. When you choose one idea, when you choose one football, all of the others disappear. they still exist, but they're invisible to you. So your thought is the choice that you're making, and everything else disappears. So we want to stay in an open consciousness of I can go into theta and command, I don't know how I make the right connection for the next level of my business. I only know I do now and I'm fulfilled. And the I don't know how is calming the beta mind because that's the logical thinker. When we calm the beta mind, you have to tell the truth. You don't know how. You don't know how to make the next leap in your life. You don't know how to increase your income. In its super positioning of possibility. You only can say, well, if I plan and do and think, it'll happen. But that's the hard old fashioned way. And in this new dynamic of where we've evolved as humans with, our new AI strategies, well, just think of the theta mind as your AI intelligence and it's available to us. So I've worked with over 500,000 people. I haven't worked with, but over 500,000 people have tuned in on the one command information and people practicing it on every continent on the planet. And I get success story after success story. And it always starts with this sentence: Asara, you won't believe what happened. And I say, yeah, yeah, I will. Tell me what happened. So one gentleman was from India and he had clients. He was selling insurance for businesses, some kind of specialty insurance. And he was working with clients that generated $3 million worth of income or more. And, he said, "Asara, I don't think I wanna work with people that are making $30 million in income or more. But you know what? I don't feel like I deserve it. I don't feel worthy of that. I don't sure I could have a conversation with somebody that earns that kind of money." I said, "Well, that's a belief, right? What if we shifted that belief into a command? I don't know how I'm at peace and comfortable with $30 million clients. I only know I'm peaceful and comfortable and worthy with $30 million clients now, and I'm fulfilled." And so when I say now, it's because we're making the change biologically in ourselves right now. So I get the call 3 days later: Asara, you won't believe what happened. I just signed my first $30 million client. And, there's just so many stories like that where people begin to tune in to this process of accessing their greater intelligence and their open potential, and solutions come. I mean, there's another example of a company we were working with, and, it was chaotic. They had just this chaotic situation with a a competitive, organization, and they tried to find a solution. They had brainstorming sessions. They all got together. They tried to map it out. Nothing worked. So I said, well, let's go to quantum. Let's go into the theta mind and command. I don't know how the solution to this problem, XYZ problem, is solved now. I only know it's revealed now what this solution is. Well, just a little while later, the one person raised her hand and said, well, you know what? I remember that they really supported having a big social media platform. What if we include that in what we're, submitting to them? So they did, and they rewrote the whole proposal, and they were accepted. So that idea came in an instant of inspiration, right?
Yeah.
You are used to that, right, Sana? You know that we do have those moments spontaneously where we have an instant inspiration, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. So what if we could do it on purpose? We can have inspirations on purpose.
And uh, how so? I mean, it is a little bit surprising because until now, it was all about mindset, because it may seem that mind and brain are different, but the I think there's a difference there. So I just want to ask Sarah, can brainwave states they truly be leveraged to influence external outcomes, consciously in our career or relationships, or in fact, in the perception we have about ourselves?
So the question is, restate the question because I didn't quite hear it.
Okay, okay. So since it's all about neuroscience and then quantum thinking. So it's a bit surprising. So that's why I just want to ask, how can brainwave states truly be leveraged to influence external outcomes, like in our career or relationships, or in fact, the perception we have about ourselves?
Yes.
Those examples where,
Okay, I got it. Yeah,
yeah.
I got it. Yeah, the process that we're talking about we apply to business, but this is a process that changes relationships, that changes your wealth, that changes your health, that changes your success because it's a system for changing your brain. And as I said earlier, I'll say it again, we cannot outperform our thinking.
Mhm.
So if we're in limited thinking and we're in fearful thinking and we're in oppositional or negative thinking, then that is not going to get good results. It's going to get limited results. So to open the mind to making a shift internally in yourself. You cannot change outside world circumstances. You can only change yourself. And I say it like this. Let's imagine that you're traveling life down like 5, 10 roads of experiences. And you weave back and forth on these highways of experiences, but you're limited to 10 lanes. Those are the only lanes you can travel in your thinking. But there's an infinite supply of highways. There's these infinite choices of ways of thinking and being. That's how we evolve our ability to create what we want. And we're in the moment where this consciousness is now on the planet. And I've been teaching this for 25 years, 30 years. Now science has caught up to the assertions that I've been making of the power of the mind. And we have all this quantum science and scientists talking about quantum consciousness now. So it's the place that we want to go beyond mindset, but it does reset the mind. So it's new mindset material for sure. And I often just say to businesses, yeah, I work with mindset, and then my business partner works with the operations in the behind of the scenes in reorganizing the business with a new mindset. But the process of that new mindset is going into the quantum realm and making huge leaps in consciousness. So the first thing is really to have the willingness to explore your own ability. You know, I want to expand beyond my limits. What are my possibilities? To be open, have the willingness to be open to thinking about there might be even something more that's fun to do that will create a result for me. And I wished I had physical proof that when you make a change in your brain, there is physical proof that you change your brain, you change your chemicals in your brain, you change your emotional response. And so you can replace fear, worry, concern, negativity, you can replace that. Those are fired by chemicals. Every time you have a thought, the chemical fires that makes you feel the same fear, makes you feel the same uncertainty. Well, when you change your brain, you fire new chemicals. So the new chemicals can be of peace of mind, of feeling of safety, feeling of worthiness, feeling of certainty, and I you and the biology follows the thought.
Mm, makes sense. And it definitely reminds me of you know this concept that energy flows where attention goes. But then we have to really know that place, to focus our attention. into.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can visit successbyyourcommand.com and receive a 7-day free transformational training on using the 6 steps.
Brilliant, brilliant. Great. So, and also, if our listeners would like to connect with you, Asara, to explore more about this, what's the best way?
Yeah, go to Success by Your Command and, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a connection or asara.com, asara.com.
Great. I'll make sure to have the links in the show notes. And Asara, this has been really, really eye-opening, a really kind of, um, uh, kind of a aha moment, because this is really a powerful blend of science as well as strategy and then soul, of course. So,
Yes.
so much.
Well, thank you for saying yes. It's nice connecting with you, Sana. Alrighty. Bye-bye.
And to all the BizBlend listeners, if today sparked something within you, trust it. Pause, think about it, reflect, and maybe even command that next bold move because you even don't know what kind of possibilities are there hiding within you. So until next time, stay curious, stay courageous. Thank you.